Assalamualaikum students, good morning everyone. Welcome to class 7th science. Myself Samrina, I am from United Public School Tandur. Students, let's recap the previous topic. 8th chapter name is Air, Winds and Cyclone. Students, we all know the air around us is rarely still. It moves continuously from one direction to another. The movement is in many directions. This is we call winds. So we know that wind is moving air. And we are study about air exerted pressure and air expands on heating, including seas and ocean. And students, and even heating takes place on the surface of the earth. There are a number of reasons for this. And how to measure direction of wind? Yes, by anemometer we find direction of wind. This is a anemometer. We find direction of wind by anemometer. And the moving air is called wind. Air is everywhere. Next, an even heating between equator and poles. Students, you might have learned in geography that the region close to the equator gets more heat from the sun. This is because of direction of sunlight being gets heated and rises. This causes the winds to flow from the ocean towards the land. These are monsoon wind. This is usual during the months of June and September. Students, I think you observe in summer near the equator, land heats up faster and during the daytime temperature of the land is higher than the water in the ocean. Equator near places like Australia. In summer, near equator places heats up faster during the daytime compared to oceans, and the air over the land gets heated and rises. These causes wind to flow from ocean towards the land. These are monsoon winds. And the direction of wind flow gets usually reserved the month from December to early March. The wind flows from the land to ocean as the seas cools more slowly. Students, the wind flows from the land to the ocean as the sea cools. Now today's topic, let's see. Today's topic is cyclones. What is cyclones? Yes. A cyclone is a general term for a weather system in which winds rotate inwardly to an area of low atmospheric pressure. Cyclone may be caused due to wind traveling at high speed due to difference in air pressure. It has become easier to study cyclones with the help of advanced technology like satellites and radars. Cyclones are a form of violent storm on earth. People call these storms by names such as typhoons, hurricanes, etc. Depends on where they occur. Let us try to understand the phenomenon of cyclone. Students, I think you know that the increased wind speed is by a reduced air pressure. And cyclone may be caused due to the wind traveling at high speed due to difference in air pressure. Next, how cyclones may form. So let's see. Tropical cyclones are like gain engine that use warm moist air as fuel. The warm moist air rises upward from near the surface. The warm air rises causing an area of lower air pressure below. Air from surrounding areas of high air pressure pushes into the low pressure area. Then this new air becomes the warm and rises too as the warm air continues to rise. The surrounding air intake its place, and the water from the sea surface also comes up with the air, as you have seen in activity. And the whole system of clouds and winds spins and grows, fed by the oceans, heat and water evaporating from the surface. See in figure 10. These kinds of satellite image help us to predict the path of cyclone to some extent. Next, factors contributing to cyclone. Factors like wind speed, wind direction, temperature and humidity contribution to the development of cyclones. In India, cyclones usually occur in the month of May and June, October and November. More cyclones tend to occur on the eastern side towards Bay of Bengal. So what are the factor of contribution to cyclone? Yes, speed of wind, wind direction, temperature and humidity. This is a contribution to develop of cyclone. And next, destruction by cyclone. Cyclones can be very destructive. The main effects of cyclone include heavy rain and strong wind. The destruction of cyclone depends mainly on its intensity, its size and its location. Next topic, cyclones does and don'ts. So how to protect ourselves by cyclones? Let's see some precautions. We should not ignore the warning issued by the meteorological department through TV, radio or newspapers. And when cyclones alert is on for your area, continue normal working but stay alert to the radio warnings. We should make necessary arrangement to shift essential household goods, domestic animals and vehicles etc. to safer places. Switch off electrical mains in your house. Keep ready the phone numbers of and take back essential for yourself and your family to last few days, including medicines, special food for those who would need it. These may include babies and elders. Next, end of the chapter. Today topic, post cyclone measures. Students, advanced technology has helped and these days we are better protected. In the earlier part of last century, coastal residential may have had less than a day to prepare their homes from an oncoming cyclone. The world today is very different. Thanks to satellites and radars, a cyclone alert and cyclone watches, and information about cyclones will be given by Indian Meteorological Department IMD. Information about cyclones will be given by Indian Meteorological Department. We have learned that all storms are low pressure system. Wind speed plays an important role in the information of storm. It is therefore important to measure the wind speed. The instruments that measure the wind speed is called anemometer. Now time for assignment. Today homework. Today question, first question, how will you help your neighbors in case cyclone approaches your village or town? So you have right answer. Do this assignment. Thank you.